You have reached Bryce with Kenworth.
Hi, Bryce.
Hey.
Sorry, my phone was on silent.
No worries. So ultimately, Kouri, I guess I said I support you, right? I don't want to. I can't get involved. I can't even get involved anyway, right? Like, I don't have a dog in a fight. But I feel bad for you. I mean, I do. I feel bad that this has to go this way. I wish the Richins would just be easier. That this has to go this way. I wish the Richins would just be easier. But I feel bad for you. I mean, I do. I feel bad.
I think we lost the audio.
No problem. Let's fix that. One moment, please.
Done wrong to them. I've never, I helped Katie when she had postpartum. I watched her girls. I helped Amy when she lost her mom. And I don't understand what I did so wrong. We've never been super close, but it's like I've never done wrong to them, and I don't understand why they're putting me through hell.
Yeah, you personally didn't do anything wrong to them, but you got to understand how Eric was, right? When Eric was upset or when you guys weren't getting along, he'd call me. Well, he stopped calling me because I kept telling him, I said, you got to do one of two things, Eric. If you're not unhappy, because he said the same thing to me with Brooke, right? Bryce,
yeah.
goddamn, just get divorced. I'm like, dude, Eric, it's easier said than done. Right?
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done. He'd always push you to get divorced. I would say, dude, if you're not unhappy, Eric, you should get divorced.
Yeah.
And his response was, I love Kouri. I love my 3 kids. I couldn't bear to see not being with my kids every single day. I said, dude, I get it. They freaking make it.
Did that happen again?
I believe so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
When people describe Eric, dude, Eric is a great guy. He really is, right? But he also, no one's perfect. And I'd always tell him, like, dude, you need to relax a little bit. Like, it's funny that.
I think it jumped ahead a little when the recording restarted.
Do we need to go backward a little bit?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm back at this.
Saturday, you're in, right? When people do, I get kids,
Yeah.
He's been done. Right? I said, you got to do one of two things, Eric. If you're not unhappy, because he said the same thing to me with Brooke, right? Bryce,
yeah.
goddamn, just get divorced. I'm like, dude, Eric, it's easier said than done. Right?
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done. He'd always push you to get divorced. I would say, dude, if you're not unhappy, Eric, you should get divorced.
Yeah.
And his response was, I love Kouri. I love my 3 kids. I couldn't bear to see not being with my kids every single day. I said, dude, I get it. They freaking make it work. Stop being so hard ass. When people describe Eric, dude, Eric is a great guy. He really is, right? But he also, no one's perfect. And I'd always tell him, like, dude, you need to relax a little bit. Like, it's funny that Saturday at your house where he was like taking anger management classes.
Uh-huh.
I was like, holy shit.
Pause for 1 minute.
Like, he's back.
I think we're...
Your Honor, it's not published.
Oh, my apologies. Thank you. Okay. And we are now back scrolling correctly, it seems. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Just press play again, Scott. Thank you.
Actually trying to be better because fuck, that guy needed to do it, right?
No, and that's the thing, Bryce. Like, we were so good this last 2 years. Like, we have been so good. Like Eric has been he had an anger management book that he would write in every couple of days. Like, it was in his nightstand. I'd come home from work and he was be out on the back deck writing in his anger management book. And You know, like we were just good. I was going to counseling, like he was doing anger management. Like we have been so good. Like
Right.
everybody knew it. Like we were going on double dates. Like we were going out more. We did weekly date nights. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. And now all of a sudden, Katie and Amy are attacking me for no fucking reason. Like I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And
Well, all Katie and Amy ever heard about you was always the bad shit, right?
they did, and
Eric, when things were good between you guys, Eric wasn't calling me or anybody else, mostly Katie and Amy, right? Like, hey, like, Kouri did this awesome, she did this awesome, this is great, right?
yeah.
He would only call the bitch about what you were doing,
The bad
he didn't
stuff.
like what you were doing, right? And so,
Yeah.
all I heard was the negative shit, right?
Yeah.
I said, I'm sorry. And I said, I wish we could have a lifeline to Eric right now. And because I know if he could talk, he would say, no.
Yeah. He would
that's not-
explain it.
Yes. He set things up to protect his kids, but it wasn't set anything up to try to fuck you.
No.
He loved you all the time. Every day he told me, you know? And yeah, I said the other day, we all fight, but he'd always say, I love Kouri. She's the mother of my children. She's my wife. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm like, good for you, brother. That's what you have to do, right?
Well, yeah, like
I just hate that you guys have to go down this route now because the things that Eric put into place with a lawyer.
and that was 2 years ago. Jesus Christ, we've come so far in 2 years, and it's like if Eric redid his shit, last month we sat down and talked about every asset that we had, everything we had, and Eric was like, holy fucking shit, like he was just also taken by surprise. Like he just was like, that $250,000 is the best thing you've ever done. And I was like, I know, you just didn't believe in me. And and I was like, and now it all goes to our kids. Like our kids are taken care of for life. Like, and if he redid it today, it would be fucking different. And now everything is just so fucked up. Like, it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. And every day they're coming at me with something. Like, I'm getting charged with fucking assault. I'm getting charged with...
Your Honor, can we approach?
Of course.
They have 4 charges against me right now. One is theft of trust property. One is
Do we want the instruction? Can I have a moment?
Of course. Thank you for your patience. You've just heard and may hear an additional reference or two by Ms. Richins in this recording to charges, quote unquote. Those references are to separate civil litigation regarding the trust, a civil lawsuit. They are not references to criminal charges of any kind. Moreover, you cannot consider those references to civil litigation to prove a character trait of the defendant or to show that she acted in a manner consistent with that trait at any time. Just wanted to make sure you had that important clarification. Ms. Lewis, anything further on that?
Not for now, thank you.
Mr. Blood?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, may we continue the recording?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Scott, go ahead, sir.
Theft of conversion of some bullshit I don't even know how to pronounce. Like, all this shit. And I'm like, Jesus, I haven't been in trouble since I was in high school. When I was 16 years old, for hell's sakes. I'm 32. Like, what do you mean I'm in trouble? Like, I didn't fucking do anything. You know? Like,
I agree.
I don't know. Anyway, I meant to call you yesterday. I talked to the medical examiner. I called them because I don't believe that they don't have anything. I just am having a hard time believing that.
Yeah, what's taking so long?
Well, she said that, she's like, well, I'll have the actual doctor call you who did his autopsy. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so
Yeah.
her name is Pamela Ulmer. And she called me a couple hours later. And I was like, look, lady, like, you gotta have something for me. Like, there's no way you didn't notice something obvious. Like, Jesus Christ, 12 weeks,
Yeah.
And she was just like, well, yeah, there was something obvious, we noticed, but, we're not going to call you and tell you that immediately. And I was like, well, what? So they ruled out an aneurysm automatically. She's like, it wasn't. Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, it wasn't an aneurysm. I can tell you that. And she goes, he did test positive twice for COVID. And I was like, yeah, bullshit. No.
Fuck no.
No. Which we did have COVID a month and a half ago. Like,
Yeah.
we all tested positive, but that was like a month and a half ago. Like, he didn't still have fucking COVID.
Yeah, that was fucking, everybody had it in January.
Like we didn't still have COVID. And she was like, well, his lungs, he had a fungal infection in his lungs. Like, they were completely covered in white spots. She's like, and I don't know what it was. She's like, so I cut 3 of them out and sent them in for biopsies. She's like, but they were so full of fluid and blood. She's like, I have no idea yet what it is. She's like, so I'm thinking between the COVID and the fungal infection that it shut his lungs down. And I was like, no, like that, he is the healthiest guy. That guy is a fucking mountain goat. Like,
I know.
he could, like, I was like, we just ran a half a marathon 6 months ago, and Eric didn't even train for it, and I did, and he beat me by 40 minutes. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with his lungs. Like, no, I don't believe that. And she got bitchy with me. And she's like, well, what do you mean no? And I was like, no, it's not COVID in his lungs. Like, there's just not. There's no way. And I was like, and no offense, like, my husband would roll over in his grave and haunt you and everybody involved if you put him down as COVID. We are very against COVID and vaccines. Like, nope, not happening. Like,
if it was COVID, there would have been signs of him.
well, that's what I said. And
able to breathe and shit, right? Like,
yes, he wasn't sick. I was like, he was just at soccer the night before. I was like, he was at soccer the night before. He was running around. Like, he was totally fucking healthy. He wasn't sick. He was not sick. No, I don't buy that. Like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I will call you back in 2 weeks, because she said that she sent all of his organs out for testing, a toxicology report, blood, everything. And that's why it's going to take so long. And I was like, okay, well, I'll call you back in 2 weeks when you have more results, because that is not what it is. Like, There's no way. There's no fucking way.
Dude, the people who have died of COVID had symptoms before
And
they
they're
Yes.
died.
fucking overweight.
They were overweight. They were in the hospital, ICU. Like, he did not die of fucking COVID, lady.
just randomly.
Jesus.
And like in the
No.
middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. Like, I would have heard him get up, have a hard time breathing. Bryce, when I
Like, he
found
was in
him,
the same
he was
position.
in the exact same position as he was when he fell asleep. When I rolled over, when I got in bed with him at 3 a.m., like, he was in the same position as he was when I went to bed with him. Like, no, I don't buy it. Mm-mm. Like, keep testing. That's not it. And if she puts him down as fucking COVID, I will, Jesus Christ, I will flip fucking shit.
Sure.
It's not COVID.
Yeah.
No. And so I was like, nope, I'll call you back in 2 weeks when you have some more results back, because that's not it. I was like, that guy was in better shape than anybody you could ever imagine. Like,
He didn't drink like we
he
did.
didn't drink. No, he didn't drink. He didn't smoke. I was like, literally, I trained for a half marathon for 6 months. He woke up that morning and decided he was going to run a half marathon and still beat me by 40 minutes.
Fucking hate that you do that shit.
Yes, it was so annoying. I was fucking pissed, but he still did it. Like, he had better lungs than anybody you would ever. No, it's not his lungs. I don't buy it. So,
I wonder if that damn Lyme disease kicked his ass too.
yeah. So she's wondering that too. So I gave her all of his Lyme disease doctor's information. So she was going to reach out to his Lyme disease doctor and contact them and see his last lab results and stuff. And then she was going to look into silicosis, because Sylvie actually got cancer and stuff from silicosis, who's one of their main employees. 2 other of their employees, and then Shane, Shannon's brother, died of silicosis. But I was like, no, he doesn't have silicosis. Like, I just sent him in for testing 5 years ago, and his lungs were 100% healthy.
From all the dust and shit from
Yeah.
the rock and everything.
Yes. And I was like, trust me, my husband was 100% healthy 5 years ago. Like, his lungs were 100%, and he does not lay stone, nor does he cut it in the last 5 years. Like, he drives around in a truck, lady. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, because she was like, what does he do for a living? And I told her, and I was like, but that's not it. Like, he owns a company. He doesn't cut
Yeah,
it.
He's the owner. He's not the
No.
Not the employee cutter.
He's not the main cutter by any means.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm just going to look into it. And I was like, okay, you can look into it if you want, but that's not it. And I was like, and it is not his lungs. Like, you have to go with something else. Like, I was pissed when she said that. I was like, he will roll over in his grave. You put him down for COVID. And so she was just, I don't know, kind of snippy after that.
Yeah, I'm sorry you have to go through this. I knew that this was going to get stupid, right? And
Bryce, I don't want anything.
I think you're doing the right thing, though, right? Like, you were married to Eric for almost 10 years. You knew the ins and outs of your relationship. I get Eric set things up legally with a lawyer to protect, the company that he had and the 3 boys. The shit was not going right with you two. I get it.
Bryce,
But
did you really think I was just going to screw Eric and take everything he had? Like, why?
No, but he was worried about it, right? It's because, not saying you personally, but the people we've known over the years, you think you hear shit on the media, right? Like, the wife takes her husband for everything he's got because he didn't do everything the right way, right? And I didn't ever talk about the ledge. He never told me exactly what he was doing. He told me what he was doing, right? And every time he'd tell me, like, oh, I went and saw the lawyer today, it was because I'm just getting everything set up because I don't want my kids to be homeless. I don't want them to be homeless.
Jesus. Oh my God, yeah.
But that was when I said shit was going stupid with you too,
No,
right?
I get it. I get it.
And I think if Eric was still here today, and I think he'd change it.
He would.
Unfortunately, it sucks he can't, right? And now Katie has all power. At least Katie has power, not Amy. Amy would probably be worse at it, but.
And it just like hurt. I think it was most hurtful the way that he wrote it, Bryce. Like if you read it, it was just so hurtful the way that he wrote the trust. Like, I get we were in a rocky spot 2 years ago. Did I ever think we would officially divorce and go about our ways? Like, not really.
I mean, hell, he thought that, right?
I guess.
You know, when he was seeing that stupid Jen chick, I would tell him, I'm like, bro, like, if you're gonna see her, there's gonna be consequences. If you get caught, do you want to be with this chick? Well, no. I said, well, then you gotta, because if you get caught, you're gonna get divorced. But then he gets caught, right? And then you kick him out of the house for, what, a week or two? Did he go live with his dad for like 2 weeks or something?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think Eric was here. I'd say it again. I think he changed it, just unfortunately he didn't. And now you're stuck in a hard place, right? To fight for your family, fight for what's yours. And you know the Richins family, not necessarily Gene. I think if Gene, I don't think he wouldn't be as ruthless as.
No,
Katie,
he's trying to stay neutral. He's trying to stay neutral.
Yeah, and
it sucks.
From what I heard from Katie. Katie's like, I'm just trying to. She's like, I don't want Kouri and myself to go south, right? Or those 3 boys. Katie and I don't have a relationship, right? So we don't ever talk.
I mean, all she has to do is just, Bryce, give me my house. Like, I don't make Eric money, but I make okay money. Like, just give me my house. They can have everything. Bryce, this is my home. I got married here.
Absolutely.
This is my baby. I brought my babies here. Like, this is my home. They can have everything they want, but give me my house, for God's sake. Like, Jesus.
What do they want? What does Katie want to do with it? Does she want to sell it?
No, I don't know. They just want it. They want the title in the trust's name, so I can't have control over it. And they won't figure anything out with it until they have the autopsy report. And when they said that, it broke me. Like, I said, what does that mean?
Thinking that you had something to do with it.
Yeah, and I lost it. And I asked my attorneys, I said, I don't understand. What does that mean? And he was like, they think you had something to do with Eric's death. And I said, what the fuck does that mean? Jesus Christ. And he was like, they think that, you know, and they reiterated it. And I was like, oh my God, what? And they're like, they're going with that, Kouri. They're on that level. And Bryce, I lost it. Fucking lost it. I was like, you think I killed my fucking husband for Jesus Christ's sake?
No, I've not heard that from any of those two. And nor have I thought that myself, right?
Why? Like, what?
Yeah, I would never. I mean, Kouri, we can all do a lot of things, and you are not capable of doing.
No shit. There's no way.
If you were gonna do it, you would have like shot him in his head.
Like 2 years ago.
Right?
Like 2 years ago.
Like years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even know what that means. I was like, well, what do you mean? How does that even fucking happen? Like, what? Like, I gave him too much water? Like, I don't even know. Like, I drowned it? I don't know what that, like, what?
Yeah.
And my attorney was like, well, that's kind of a silly thing to say. I was like, well, I don't fucking know what you mean right now. Like, I don't know. And he was like, Kouri, you need to lay low in your house for the next 3 months and not go anywhere. And I was like, are you serious?
That's wild.
And he's like, no, that's what they're attacking you with. And I was like, oh my God. And yeah, so, and then, yeah, that was the other thing is like, I fell, Bryce. I like fell to the floor.
They're not only coming after her with that, but they're coming after her with being a mother.
I didn't ask Bryce to write a letter. Bryce, I asked everybody else to write a letter from that night because Amy said I was an incapable mom and that I was so drunk that night she had to care for my kids. And I couldn't care for my own kids. I love to drink. You know that, Bryce. Like, everybody knows it did. I love to drink. I have never been in a position ever that I could not take care of my own children. Ever. Like, and remember Amy took video? She showed her attorney those videos and said, look, Kouri's partying all night. She's not a grieving wife. She's not a capable mother.
Jeez.
She showed those videos to their attorney, Bryce. Like, and showed my fucking attorney. Like, I'm a good mom, Bryce. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
I mean, just
So
because you have-
she showed them with your pants off, Bryce.
also, you didn't have any pants on, Bryce. You didn't have any pants on.
Well, anybody who knows our relationship, my pants are never on.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we were just it was just a celebration of life. Like, it was like,
Yeah. I agree.
why did she do that? Why did she do that?
I can't speak for those two girls. I don't know. I don't know what makes them think, right? You know, they lose their brother, but at the same time, do you really want to lose?
I lost my husband. I lost my kids' dad. My babies lost their dad, Bryce. Jesus fucking hell. And you're gonna submit videos and say that I'm an incompetent mom? Like, what? It's not fair. It's just. And I said, you guys can have money, have all the money he had. I don't care. Just leave me alone.
Autopsy chick comes back, they can stop being thinking. Obviously, it rules out the.
Hurtful that there's a decision regarding the autopsy.
That they would even think that.
You know, like it's like you're wanting an autopsy to make decisions. So like what? Like
wow, what do you know who I am?
I mean, it's just like
what?
it's just.
I just don't get it. You know, I just don't get it.
Well, they're going down a slippery slope, right? Because I mean, you are the mother of those three kids, and if they want to have any relationship with you and those three kids, this is not how you start on the relationship.
No, and well, she's crying right now. What? You what? Hold on, Bryce. What?
Can you come look at my photo baby? Yeah, that much I want to come and ask you.
Okay, like 2 minutes. Okay. Okay.
Okay, go on for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, go lay on the couch then. I don't know what you're saying. Go lay on the couch. Okay, go downstairs. 2 minutes. Fuck, I don't know, Bryce. Like, it's just like kind of crazy.
Yeah. It sucks it has to be this way.
I mean, it's like, it's kind of like neither of them, like not even, like I'm not even just speaking for Kouri, but like Katie and Amy cannot grieve for anything because all three of them are concentrated on fighting against what Eric has.
And they can have it. They can have it. Just fucking take it. Leave me alone.
And that's, you know, it's just kind of like, that's all they're concentrated on. And we're like, I don't know. Like, and I mean, I've seen this. Like, it happened with my dad and his uncles when my grandparents died. Like, everyone fights against money. It always happens with death. Always.
Get it. Like, there's no fight.
Yeah, it happened with Eric and Julie.
Yes, exactly. It happened with Eric and Julie. Like, that happened. It happened with Linda. It happens all the time with death. Every single time death happens, like, money is fucking involved.
Yeah.
And, like, that sucks, but at the same time, it's like
I'm not
Eric.
fighting for it.
No.
I'm giving it to them.
No,
like,
Eric,
just give me
like
my
Kouri's,
house.
but Eric left behind like a family that he took care of. Like, how much of Eric's wealth went to Amy and Katie?
I don't think any of it did it.
Exactly.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they fighting for this when they, like, all of Eric's wealth, all of Eric's,
Somebody's here.
It's Selma probably. All of Eric's wealth, all of Eric's like everything. Your lizard's on the fucking chair behind me.
Okay.
But all of Eric's wealth and everything went to his family,
Yes.
right?
absolutely.
Bryce, they can
That's
have
what he
it.
wanted.
They can fucking have
I know.
everything. Just
Exactly.
take it. Just
I don't think.
fucking else.
I'm not speaking for him. I haven't spoken to him about it, right? But I'd be hard pressed to feel that they want Eric's money, because Eric always. I mean, I thought he had it all set up anyway to go to the kids, right? All this stuff went to his kids.
No, it does. It goes to the kids,
And
but the
they're like
house also. But the house one goes to the kids until they're 18.